Hello, my name is Kamala Carlson, and I'm going to speak to you about Trump today. Now, Trump, interesting guy, interesting businessman, foremost. That he's come so far in this election is kind of interesting, but what I wanted to speak to you about today is his way of apologizing, and apologizing for things that he said, things that he have done, but I think mostly, things he said. And he says that, I'm getting better to say, not to speak too much of what I'm thinking, that would hurt other people or whatever. And he has apologized many times, but, okay, since I live in Sweden, I've seen this debate from a little different angle now, but I've actually lived in America for a long time. But let's say this. Look, because he's apologizing for the words he said, things, pretty bad things that could hurt someone psychologically, and these are only words. Now, do you want a man like this, that have done these things, horrible things, and then when he apologizes and regrets it, a few days later, do you want this guy running this country where he can control what the military will do? Maybe he can control the bomb system. That's creepy. Like, to imagine this guy sitting on the nuclear weapons in America, like, that's absolutely crazy. Because, once he drops a bomb, he can't apologize. He can't just turn it around and make it not, what I'm saying. He can't do that. And he has done that now with words. But do you want a guy like that to run your country? Now, you gotta see this from a different angle, because once he bombs someone, do you think the country, because I think he will do that, and not like just a small explosion, I think he will destroy parts of a country. Now, the thing is that, do you think they won't fight back? Hell yeah, they will fight back. It will affect you too. Now, the thing is that Trump, I'll tell you this, Trump is apologizing for things he said, and he regrets things. When he becomes a president, he gotta know what's gonna happen, kind of, and he's gonna know what he's doing. He's gonna understand the consequences, or at least see kind of what the consequences will be. Now, with a president like that, our country can go very wrong, and I think he's extremely talented of getting people on his side. That's like the best thing he can do, right? And he does this through amazing speech ability, skills, also through patriotism, but mainly I think it's because he's really putting, his slogan is amazing. Let's just talk about that. Make America Great Again. It's amazing because he gives you a promise. This guy gives you a promise. It will happen. I will make America great again. Now, is he gonna make America great again? How is he gonna do that? He has talked about it. Sometimes, some of his policies are horrible, but some of them are fine. They might make America great again, but will it make the world a better place? You gotta think like that, because America is a very powerful country, and the president is a very powerful person. And the decisions he she makes, will affect the world. And I'll give you an example. Right now, America has troops defending Estonia and Latvia from Russia, basically. Because Russia has wanted those areas for a long time. They're still talking about Ukraine, of course, but Latvia and Estonia they're talking a lot about those, because those are pretty small countries, not too small, but have a good economy, good people. But what I was going to say was, now America is protecting those countries. protecting people that live there, probably preventing deaths of civilian people, and military. And the thing is that Trump says that he's going to retreat the troops from Latvia and Estonia. That would make it easy for Russia to go in there. That's why Putin likes him so much, because he only thinks about the country United States, America, right? He doesn't think about the other parts of the world that much. Of course he talks about Middle East, the Middle East and China. You have heard a lot about China, but Europe, he hasn't talked about a lot. That's because he gets a lot of support from Putin, which makes America think that, a big part, which is Russia, of Europe, are supporting him. Well, Putin is doing that because the decision that Trump says he will do will give a positive change or advantage to Putin. Now, the thing is that after they've gone to Latvia and Estonia, let's say they go there. They won't just stop, They will probably, I'm living in Sweden, and we've currently stacked up not a lot, actually not too much, but some military on the island Gotland. Now, Gotland is, it's a very good position to Russia to come in there. And us Swedes are getting scared of Russia now, because, what's happening in America and what's happening in Russia. And, Latvia and Estonia, they're scared. They're really, really scared. I've heard, their presidents talking about it a lot. But the thing is that after they go into Latvia and Estonia, it will be perfect, strategically perfect to go to Sweden. Amazing opportunity to, widen the borders. And the thing is that our troops, we won't last. It's not like we will, keep them away. Like if Russia goes in, they're gonna go in hard. Civilians are gonna die. And the thing is that you sit in front of your computer or you go and vote, And that's such a simple thing to do, but your vote really, really counts. And you are actually playing in a game, for other people's lives. You can say fuck Muslims all you want if you want that. That's, sorry for the language, but a lot of people say that, a lot of Trump supporters. And, I'm not a Muslim. I don't support Islam. I don't support, but it's fine. But you can say that as much as you want, but you're also going to make it worse for European people, possibly. And there's a big possibility. And the thing is that if Russia goes into Sweden, they're not going to stop. They're going to go probably Norway and Finland after that, Finland first, because Norway has a very strong relationship with other countries from NATO, sorry. And yeah, you gotta be, because the thing is they're not gonna stop, and they're just gonna get more power, more force, more military. And this might actually lead to World War III, and I'm actually saying that because, there's, okay, let me just say this. Some of the more powerful countries, or more scary countries and powerful countries, the leaders, Kim Jong-un, Donald Trump, Putin, Erdogan. Do you hear these people? I just get chills by saying those names. How, this is going to be a horrible era. And I don't know if Americans are going to be a lot affected by it, but I sure as hell know that other people, in example Europe, will be. And yeah, so basically he's not the best choice, but let's say this. Hillary's not the best choice either. She really isn't. But you know what? I would say vote Hillary this year, and it sounds horrible. It sounds horrible because I don't like her either. There's a lot of people who don't want to vote this year. Well, every year, or every 4th year or 8th year, and I think, it's a hard decision, but, you gotta think of these details, And I talked to my friend about this. He's half Swedish, and I said that about Sweden and Russia, and he said, "Well, I don't care. I'm based in America. I'm an American citizen," because he is. He said, "I don't care. I'm gonna vote for Trump anyways." And he just skips that. He just jumps over that like it's nothing. Well, it really is something. It really is something, because we're playing with people's lives. And Hillary could do some bad changes, but I think that Trump would actually do bad changes too. Like, I'm worried. So really think before you vote, because he's extremely talented with getting people on his side. I was almost on the way on his side before, but I really listened to what he said once, and it was kind of crazy, But I get why people like him. He's a very likable guy, very successful guy, but he hasn't worked too much with Europe ever. He worked a lot with China, a lot within America, of course, some with Canada, I heard, and actually a lot with Iran. I've heard that. But yeah, and not a lot with Europe, and not a lot with Russia. He had talked to Putin, of course, but he hadn't done any big business there. But yeah, I think we should worry a little bit more. But I think America will become great. If it was before, I don't know. If it is now, I don't know. It's your decision. But yes, I think either one of these presidents will either fuck up a lot, sorry for the language, or they will make it amazing. Both of them. So really, well, not, I'm doubting Trump would actually, well, he will make America maybe better, but outside world is pretty scary. But yeah, that's what I had to say. Really think before you vote, and don't hate on me because I'm critical towards Trump. It's fine. You need this criticism for your for your decision, basically, for your to see both sides, and this side a lot of people haven't heard about. You need it. Now, I will say goodbye to you guys, because thank you for watching, and I really hope you vote for the one that I really hope you don't vote for Trump. We're pretty worried over here for Russia actually now, and we've seen this happen before. This isn't gonna be some small change. This is gonna be a pretty big change in Europe if all goes as Putin wants it. And please don't vote for Trump. I mean, it's yeah, but be safe out there. Well, be safe out there. Sorry, and stay safe, and peace. Have a good time. Don't vote for Trump. No, vote for whoever you want. But I told you some information today. Good night. I'm Camilla Carlson.